Hey folks, we're talking golf here at bangthebook.com. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Glad to be with you. Follow along on Twitter here at Bang the Book. You can follow me at Brian Blessing. And we always remind you, our pal Adam Burke's got the Sports Betting Podcast. We're talking golf this week, and it's one of our favorite events of the year. We love the WGC events where the best players in the world get together, and usually turns out to be extremely interesting and entertaining. And in Akron, it's a storied course. It's the Bridgestone Invitational at Firestone. You know, this is the 65th year they've played here, and the sad thing is it's going to be the last year. Next year, this event is actually going to move to Memphis. Now, the story here is going to be Tiger Woods. He's got himself back into the rankings where he can play in WGC events, and for the first time in 4 years, Tiger is back at Firestone, a course that he's won 8 times at. And, of course, he was a contender in the British Open. And now 6 of the 13 events Tiger has played in, he's literally contended for the win. He is that close to being back, and now he's playing a course that he knows like the back of his hand. It's just a matter of kicking the door down. He certainly was right there, actually had the lead at the British Open, one errant shot, and then got a bit greedy green side when he went for the hero shot when he should have just taken the bogey and ran. But Tiger Woods is going to be the focal point this week. We'll be watching him very, very closely. You know, it's one of 3 courses that Tiger has won 8 times on. So don't sleep on that. He loves this place. Other guys with, you know, the current form to remember, Hideki Matsuyama is the defending champ. Jason Day has kind of had an up and down year. But Jason Day lives in Columbus, so he's going to have a lot of support from the Ohio fans that will be there. You're going to have DJ and Molinari paired together. The guys that won the last 2 weeks, Molinari captures the British Open, and then Dustin Johnson goes and wins up in Oakville, Ontario, wins the Canadian Open, and Johnson's playing great. He's the 7-1 favorite in this event. Talk about Molinari just jumping in on the scene here. He's now down to 20-1. This is a guy who's been a journeyman, both the European Tour and the PGA Tour, but he's been the hottest player on the planet the last 5 or 6 weeks. And oh, by the way, you know, we mentioned Tiger. We didn't mention the odds. We went for Tiger, 12-1. Obviously, the days of 25, 20-1 are gone on Tiger now. He's back in that 12-1 range. This is a par 70 course. It plays extremely long, 7,400 yards. The rough can be penal. Guys can go low, though. There's some par 5s they can take advantage of. You know, another guy that might be flying under the radar a little bit, although he just has not been able to, you know, kick the door down and win events. And you know, Ricky Fowler's kind of like the Cleveland Browns, where the betting support comes from the public week in, week out. He just doesn't reward them. Fowler's on the board at 18-1, but he does have 4 consecutive top 10 finishes on this course. And I'm going to tell you a guy that I think is sitting on an opportunity to win one of these big money events. And this is the big money event. $10 million is the first. I mean, Tommy Fleetwood has emerged as a contender week in, week out. And the Brit at 25-1 seems like an awfully good value play to me. I'll be on board here with Tommy Fleetwood. And you just look at the quality of the field with McIlroy's on the board at 10-1. Justin Thomas is a guy that can go extremely low, and he's been quiet of late. But you want value and you want an overlaid price. I think Justin Thomas at 20-1 is certainly a player you can consider. But again, in these WGC events, you're getting guys with current form that are starting to step in, and there are some big prices out there. I mean, Ian Poulter's in good form. 80-1 is a nice number. And one other guy I know I'll saddle up to at a ridiculous price at 125-1 is Rafa Cabrera Bello. So Fleetwood is going to be my top pick. I do think the Europeans, you know, guys like Fleetwood, Poulter, and Carabello have an opportunity this week at a fun event, and it's the precursor to the PGA Championship, the final major. It's a great time of year to be playing the golf. And the thing is, you hit one of these golf futures, and basically the whole year is a free roll for you. Always love talking golf with you right here with our friends at bangthebook.com. Follow me on Twitter at Brian Blessing, and of course follow along right here at Bang the Book.